Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful viewers got quite an eyeful this week when Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence Street Victor, professed their love to each other and hit the sheets. The secret lovers did not disappoint and sparks were flying. Noel and Victor's chemistry is impressive. Now that Hope and Carter have finally consummated their relationship, will there be a pregnancy bomb coming soon? Hope Logan and Carter Walton have managed to keep their controversial relationship a secret so far. In fact, the only person in Los Angeles that knows they have been secretly seeing each other is Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Just like she promised, Hope's mom hasn't told a soul about the secret romance. The odds of them being able to keep the charade going are slim. But if they do manage to keep their relationship a secret, how is Hope going to explain a baby bump? The bold and the beautiful viewers know that when the writers take extra care to show two people in bed, it's a good rule of thumb that they will end up taking a pregnancy test in a few months. It's been quite a while since anyone has been pregnant on the CBS soap, so the show is about due for a baby bomb. Hope Logan just unknowingly created a new love triangle on B&B. It won't be long before Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, ups the ante in his quest to win her back, and she could fall into bed with her ex-husband. If Hope isn't careful, she could end up pregnant and not know who her baby daddy is. Maybe Dr. Finn can do the paternity test for her. Do you think that Hope Logan is going to find out she is pregnant? Will she be certain it's Carter's baby, or could Liam potentially be the father? Hope had spent most of her life trying to do the right thing. She was a loyal friend, a dedicated worker, and above all, a loving partner. But when things with Liam started to unravel, everything she believed in felt suddenly up for question. It had begun innocently. With work hours stretching late and company gatherings she'd end up hosting alone because Liam was busy elsewhere, entangled in his own web of personal struggles. Carter was there, as he always was, stoic and dependable. Carter had been a rock for Hope in the storm that had become her life. He'd had his own share of heartbreaks, and maybe it was this mutual pain that brought them closer. Their lives had intersected again and again over the years, but something had changed, a subtle shift in the air, like the scent of rain before a downpour. One evening, after a particularly grueling day, Hope had found herself in the Forrester Lounge, nursing a glass of champagne she wasn't even sure she wanted. Carter walked in, noticing her quiet, pensive demeanor. He didn't speak right away. He just sat beside her, a silent offering of companionship. They'd always had this unspoken understanding. Words weren't necessary between them. But tonight, Carter broke the silence. "Hope, are you okay?" His voice was soft, yet his eyes probed for answers. Hope gave a small, tired smile. "I don't even know anymore, Carter. Sometimes I think I'm holding on to a future that might never come." "Hope," he paused, seeming to consider his words carefully. "Sometimes the people we think are our forever end up being part of our journey, not our destination." The words lingered in the air, settling like mist, almost tangible. She hadn't meant to, but before she knew it, her hand had reached out to his. The touch was simple, innocent even, but the warmth of his skin sent a spark through her, a reminder that she was still alive, still capable of feeling something beyond the numbness she'd grown accustomed to. Over the next few weeks, their connection only deepened. They met often, not always by design but by fate. After hours, as the office cleared out and the silence of the empty building surrounded them, their conversations flowed easily, as if they were long-lost friends rediscovering each other. One night, a thunderstorm hit Los Angeles, unexpected and fierce. Most people had already left the office, hurrying to get home before the worst of it struck, but Hope had stayed, working late. She was trying to distract herself from the latest argument with Liam. Just as she was about to leave, the lights flickered and went out. Moments later, her phone buzzed. It was Carter, letting her know he was stuck in the building too. He found her by the dim light of her phone and sat with her in the darkened office, the storm outside raging like a mirror to the tempest within her. "Hope," Carter murmured, his voice a low rumble in the quiet. "If there's anything I can do." She looked at him, feeling suddenly exposed. Carter, I don't know how to keep going like this. I feel like I'm losing myself." In that vulnerable, suspended moment, Hope allowed herself to reach out, to close the distance between them. It was a kiss that started gently, hesitant, as if both were testing the water. But it quickly turned into something deeper, something they'd both been trying to ignore for too long. They spent the night together, and as morning crept through the window, illuminating their faces with a soft golden light, neither said a word about what had happened. It was too precious, too fragile to be dissected with words. Hope tried to push the memory to the back of her mind, convincing herself it was a single, beautiful moment, a spark in the darkness that didn't have to mean anything. But in the following weeks, something strange began to happen. She found herself more fatigued than usual, with a persistent queasiness that just wouldn't go away. She brushed it off as stress until one day, while preparing for a big meeting, a sudden wave of nausea sent her rushing from the room. Stepping back into the conference room, she locked eyes with Carter. He gave her a worried look, tilting his head as if asking if she was okay. She gave a weak nod, but the truth was, she wasn't sure. The moment of realization came in the solitude of her bathroom at home, the unmistakable pink line on the pregnancy test staring back at her like a truth she wasn't prepared for. Her mind reeled, trying to piece together the implications. Could it be Carter's? It had to be. She and Liam had been separated, emotionally and physically, for longer than she cared to admit. When she finally told Carter, he took a deep breath, letting the words sink in. A flicker of shock crossed his face, but then his features softened. "Hope, whatever you need from me, I'm here. We're in this together." Hope let out a shaky breath. She hadn't realized how much she'd needed to hear that. "Carter, I don't know what's going to happen. Liam, I haven't even told him yet. And this," she gestured between them, "it wasn't supposed to happen." Carter nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. "Hope, all I know is that you don't have to do this alone. I'll be with you every step of the way." For the next few weeks, they continued to meet in secret, finding solace in each other as they navigated the complex emotions surrounding their unexpected bond. Hope hadn't yet decided how to handle things with Liam. But as her pregnancy progressed, she began to feel a new kind of peace, a quiet confidence in her decision to welcome this new life. One night, she and Carter found themselves back in the Forrester Lounge, as they had been that fateful night months ago. He placed a hand on her growing belly, a look of wonder in his eyes. "This is our chance, Hope, to build something good, something real." Hope nodded, her heart swelling with a mixture of hope and trepidation. She didn't know what the future held, but for the first time in a long while, she felt a flicker of excitement for what was to come. The next morning, she broke the news to Liam. It was painful and raw, but necessary. He listened in stunned silence, his eyes clouded with a mix of disbelief and betrayal. "I thought we could fix things, Hope. I didn't realize how far we drifted apart." As she watched him walk away, she felt a pang of regret, but it was tempered by the sense that she was finally choosing herself, her own happiness, her own path. In the weeks that followed, Carter stood by her side, quietly, steadily, a constant presence as they prepared for the arrival of their child. They had no idea what kind of challenges lay ahead, but in that moment, they were filled with a quiet certainty. Hope reached out to hold Carter's hand, squeezing it gently. "I'm ready for this," she said, her voice barely a whisper. And in that small, tender moment, they both knew that they were exactly where they were meant to be.